Hey!
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tales from the Omniverse. No, lies. This is the Omniverse Chronicles. It's too
Ah,
similar, but Jake likes this one because it's the OC. Man, we're not gonna mess around this time. Last time we vamped for a while because we were late on social medias. Today we're gonna get right into it and have
Woo!
everyone introduce themselves. Let us know where we can find them. Susan.
hi. My name is Susan Quintana, and you can find me uh everywhere. I am everywhere. No, you can find my lovely voice narrating and running the Novel Games Podcast, novelgamespodcast.com, or we're also on Patreon. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. A long time ago, I promised we'd be on TikTok. That hasn't happened yet. Oh, who knows if it ever will. And me, just me, I am on Instagram at neither right nor wrong. Come hang out with me.
John.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sean O'Hara. I'm the game master for Spout Lore and our sideshow Mallbrats, which is getting ready to start releasing its second season. So you can find that and Spout Lore wherever you get your podcasts. That's Spout Lore and Mallbrats. And you can follow Spout Lore on social media pretty much anywhere at Spout Lore. I think we are on TikTok. We're on Instagram. I think Facebook, if your grandpa listens to RPG podcasts, in between getting fooled by AI pictures of Jesus surfing or something. And that's pretty much it.
Tass. Oh,
No, well, I'm not. We're not doing the hot potato thing. Tass, you go. You go.
Hi, I'm Tasselhoff, the garbage man, all good. And I'm here to play games. You can find me here on Mondays when we do these things and if I'm in them. And but for the most part, definitely anywhere you find podcasts under the Crit Show every Wednesday and most of the things that come out on our Patreon.
they call me the trash man. That might be the most random celebrity we could get to retweet us.
Oh my
Danny
God.
DeVito.
Incredible.
Anyway, I'm Rev. I am the host and GM of the first 6 seasons of the Crit Show, which is a Monster of the Week actual play podcast where we dimension hop to other realities that are other powered by the Apocalypse games. And you can learn to play them just by listening to a few short episodes. And then I'm also a player on season 7. And I am currently just in the weeds of getting everything ready for Gen Con. So yeah, we hope to see you there. If you're coming, make sure to come to our live show because Megan has put in a lot of work on editing those clips again this year, and it's very good. So, Susan, take it away.
Okay, we are. Actually, I'm gonna start with a little recap here, a little read aloud, straight from the text, just to remind everybody of some important things about Mysterious and about the game. So this is the big page block that's in the book for the game master on what's going on here at this place. On September 13th, 2000, I forgot to give you a date. The unthinkable happened. Scientists and engineers experimented on an ancient monster slumbering in the heart of an inactive volcano deep underwater. Awakened from its millennia-long sleep, the monster screamed and tore through reality with its power. In the wake of its anger, a permanent wound bleeds between the worlds. So this is the interdimensional scar that is the opening into a nightmare realm. Rift monsters come through, each capable of destroying entire cities within a couple of hours. These monsters can only be stopped by other monsters like them. Even if one gets through, it would mean the start of an apocalypse. Island Zero is not on any maps, and it will never be. It is an island filled with larger-than-life monsters and the teenagers who are psychically connected to them. It is an island lush and full of life, but fraught with peril. Together, monsters and teens use highly experimental technology to guard the boundaries of our world and push back all threats. They are a part of a war that will never end. Together, they are pilots and they're Halama. Thus, an organization was created to ensure pilots in Halama could protect the world. Mysterious. And then it sort of leads into the opening of the mystery. And for this, we're not going to start in the present. We're going to go back to the past. The screen goes dark, and we have a little title card appeared that says, 1 day ago. The lights come up, and we are in a confined space. And there is wind lashing all around you guys as you sit in the, is it called a cockpit? You're in a helicopter. I don't know what the space inside the helicopter is called. None of you are driving it, so it can't be the cockpit. Never mind. You're all sitting there. There's a older man driving the helicopter. This is off to a great start.
Hey, we don't know anything. I don't fly helicopters, so whatever you're saying is absolute truth to me.
In this game, at the beginning, when we made HQ, if we were doing a normal campaign, we would have also made your handlers, which we did not because this is not a big campaign. So I have gone ahead and made a single handler that handles all three of you because she can. She's that good. A lady is standing in the helicopter, hunched over with a tablet in her hand. The three of you are all sitting there. It's not you're not in a storm or anything, but the helicopter does list to the side every once in a while when a strong wind comes by. The woman, who you know is named Margaret, has the tablet in her hand, and in a very no-nonsense voice, she begins to brief you. It's early morning, very dark, but you can see the beautiful crystalline stars in the sky above this vast ocean that you are flying under, and you hear Margaret's voice saying, "So, Mysterious has called on us for help, which I can count on one hand the number of times that has happened for us. This is a big deal, all of you." And she pauses to make eye contact with every single one of you. Here is what we know. Mysterious, an acronym just like us for the Mechanized Youth Squad of Tactical and Eschatological Research of the United Securities Branch. She rolls her eyes. We thought division was bad. They are missing an agent, I believe. That's what the note says. I believe the way they handle their agents is different from us, so we'll see how that works out when you land. But an agent is missing, and for some reason, Commander Payne is willing to move hell and high water to find this person again. I have a feeling that has to do with the door of power that they have there. Just so all of you know, the relationship that Division has with Mysterious on their mysterious island that they won't let anyone map or know where it is. They have a door of power. We have attempted to go in and make sure it is closed or locked. You know how we run things here. And we've never been let near it. They assure us it is closed. They assure us that no apocalypse is nigh, but we have never been able to corroborate that evidence. Your main goal is to assist Payne in finding his agent. But if you are able to get eyes on that door, in whatever form it's taken there, do it. We need to know what is happening there. These are the good guys, she says with another eye roll. But we all know how sticky that can be. Also, another, let's call it a side quest that I have for you. If any of you are able to make friends, contacts, maybe plant a few bugs or cameras anywhere, don't get caught, obviously. But having some extra eyes for us inside this mysterious place would be good for us. Questions?
No, I think I've got an idea on that last suggestion.
Careful, underbed. Don't push it too far.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Careful's my middle name.
Right.
Cygnus signs. If there's a missing operative of theirs and it includes a monster, it seems interesting that they won't let us check the door, because the door, boy, that sure seems like a place where something like this could go wrong.
You would think, but as all of you know, these doors of power come in many shapes and sizes and metaphysical spaces. So, my personal opinion is there's a door of power there because there's evidence that there is. I don't think they actually know where it is. But that's just my personal opinion. It weighs as much as you want it to weigh.
Interesting.
Johnny, what do you think? Any questions for me?
JFK is unusually quiet for his usual verbose self. More of the less of the aloof, charismatic presidential persona is at the top right now. It seems he's in some sort of cold analytical space. If it comes to saving this operative, making contact with the door, what would you prefer us do?
Oh, it's a tightrope line to walk. We want to keep our relationship with this organization healthy and happy. They have been able to scratch our back a couple of times. They have some powerful agents and operatives under their umbrella. But the end of the world's the end of the world.
Understood.
Yes.
If their operatives are so powerful, why have they brought us in?
I
Why not
imagine
just
it's
leverage their monster teens?
I imagine it's with our expertise.
Hmm.
Or, and she takes a knuckle and she kind of wraps the tablet in her hand. They're leaving a lot out of here.
Cygnus signs. Also, teens and monsters, I don't imagine, are terribly good at solving mysteries. This seems right up our alley.
I've got a bit of an affinity with monsters as it is. I think we'll be all right on this one.
You hear from your headsets, a male voice comes on, says, "Land in sight, gonna set her down." And the helicopter heads towards what looks to be a very large island. Probably the size of the largest island that is in the collection of Hawaii. I should have probably looked up which one was the largest before I said something like that.
I think it's Big Island.
The big island. Chat, help me out. The helicopter
I just made one
lands.
It
The
is called
helicopter-
the Big Island.
Yes, yes.
Okay, good. Ooh.
I just I'm gonna pause to take a sip.
Mm-hmm.
This Red Bull can give me wings to fly right out of here and never come back. Who's that at the door? Red Bull.
Is that the door? It's a man with a net.
The helicopter lands, and you are looking at a modest-sized building, single story, very industrial looking. Right next to it, there is a what looks like a cell phone tower, giant cell phone tower. And you guys get out of this helicopter and you head into this building. Um, as you get into the building, it is separated into two very clear areas. This is the epitome of like an open space concept building. Um, to your left kind of looks like a house. Like there's a little kitchenette and there's a big table and there's some couches and a television. Like it looks like a place for people to go. Um, and to your left is a very different story. Um, I'm gonna separate you guys again for a second. Sorry, Underbed and Mr. President. I believe Margaret kind of ushers the two of you off to the left. She has some more things she wants to say to you two particular, and Cygnus is left to kind of stand there awkwardly in the liminal space in between these two parts of the building. And Cygnus, something catches your eye off to the right. Um, it looks like a room full of computer towers, almost like big energy banks along the walls. There are lots of people walking around that have almost like a mechanic jumpsuit on, but it's not, excuse me. It's like a bright color. And they don't look like car mechanics. They have names just like mechanics stitched onto their outfit. And some of them are going up to the computer banks. Some of them are going up to these glass cylinders that are towards the back of the room. And the energy inside of you gives a little bit of a pulse. And you feel yourself drawn towards the back of the room to the right of this building.
Are the people in the jumpsuits, are they teenagers or adults?
No, they are adults.
Okay.
In fact, the youngest one probably looks as young as you, but there are some that are older, like they're looking like they're in their 60s or 70s.
Yeah, I kind of turn and I see the three of them talking and feel that pull, and I just start to wander over that way. Towards the
Yeah.
pull, not towards the people.
Yeah, I understood. So you start heading back there, and the engineers who are working here don't really pay you a whole lot of mind. Like they look at you as you pass them and they're kind of like, who is that? But they just keep doing what they're doing. Nobody stops you. As you get towards the back of the room, you see more and more of these glass cylinders that are up off of the ground. And from from a distance, they kind of look like lava lamps. It's kind of weird, except the the wax in them is in a fun color. It's this dark inky color that's slowly moving up and down. And the closer you get to them, there begins to be like a ringing in your ears, and that necklace that you have starts to float a little bit from side to side. Um, the ringing gets louder and louder and louder, and probably about 30 feet away from the first cylinder you can get to, somebody reaches out and puts a hand on your shoulder.
I am startled, like, and I turn in their direction.
It is a man. He's probably in his 30s. On his little name tag says Frank, and he's looking at you really concerned, and he goes, "Hey, buddy, you all right?"
Cygnus signs yes and then points at the cylinders and raises an eyebrow, and then signs, "What's in there?"
Oh, oh, you're not here to look at them specifically? Um, these are our. Oh, he stops and kind of looks around and is like, "Who? Hold on, I'm so sorry. Who are you? What are you doing here?"
He signs that I was brought here to help deal with a problem that is happening on base, but I was getting some strange readings from this direction.
Oh, okay. Okay. I guess you should know what this stuff is then. These are the void shields. They're they're part of what keeps the this part of the world island invisible. Um, and he leads you a little closer to a panel. It's kind of diagonal towards where that first void tank is. And he shows you some readings. He's really seems really happy to be talking to somebody about his job. Uh, and he explains to you that this island or this place is special because it's one part magic, one part science. And they have on the main base, they have all of the oh my gosh, what's the word? All of the I want to say kinetics, and that is not the right word. Uh uh who needs it? Let's think of a different word. The people who are psychics that work with like seeing visions and working with magic, those people live on the main part of the island. Um, and here are all of the scientists that work with energy and matter and what they are able to capture and contort using science. He then walks you to a different place and shows you like special containers, and you see like sigils written on them, and on the floor there's clear like spell work etched into metal and stuff. And he just explains to you that the void that they have been able to capture is in these special glass tanks. And he doesn't quite know what it was doing to you.
I reach out and touch one of the carved magical runes just to see like the feel of it.
Yeah. It's they're a little warm, but other than that, nothing happens to you.
Do I still
Would you?
yes.
What?
No, you go ahead. I think there's just a slight delay between
Uh,
us.
I was just gonna say, do you want to take this opportunity to do any kind of move or anything?
Yeah, I think I'm trying to like reach out to the stuff in the containers.
Ooh. Mm. Let me look at something here. The difference between Unleash the Dark and Power Through Darkness is actually pretty minuscule.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to figure out, have you done anything like this before, do you think?
No, I don't think I've ever found it in another place before.
Okay. So I am going to have you power through darkness. So you're going to roll me 2d6.
Okay. 4.
Oh,
You think I would have swapped these dice out after last time?
oh no.
On a 7 or less, the keeper will offer you something connected to what the darkness demands of you. Whether or not you take it, prepare for the worst.
Okay.
Now, uh, no, there's no way. I was like, let's spend some bond. You don't have enough bond for this.
Yeah, I could only get to a 7.
This is going to be a consequence for the future because we are in the past.
Sure.
So you reach out and feel the etchings in this metal. It's warm to the touch. The darkness within you, that I should say the energy within you, doesn't really react. That there is still that ringing in your ears, though it's quieted down since you have physically moved away from the one that was pulling you towards it. But it is just it's mildly irritating. Remind me what you chose as what the darkness demands of you.
Yes, the darkness demands of me that I destroy either that I destroy everything around me for the slightest trespass, or I erase humanity itself.
Oh no. Okay.
I was just going with the idea of that it wants to consume all matter, whether it's human or not.
No big.
Yeah.
Tasty.
Just capital H humanity.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. Thank you for gifting me with this, Red.
Yeah.
You are touching this spell work, and the void within you has been called to the void that is trapped in these magical containers, unable to surge, to expand in the way that it is supposed to do. It is a law of nature, and it has been subverted by the whims of humanity. And we are going to get a hard smash cut from the past into the present. Because as we ended, Cygnus had just surged out of control in the hangar bay. The container that used to belong, that's right, that used to belong to Hydra Omicron got crumpled and sucked into the void. And as the void begins to recede back into you, it is called again. It is just the edge of the island, the entranceway where those shields, those containers, the fortifications were. And it seemed like a long trip into the center of this island, but it's not. You know how fast light and sound can move? Or the absence of both? It would take absolutely nothing for you to just let go a little bit more. Let some of that void reach out to itself in those containers.
The idea of it not even being very far, I think that like Cygnus does give into this like reaching out that he was called before, and that there's this brief moment where you like see Cygnus standing there, and he actually like feet and head fold into his own black hole, and like just and then appears that's a reverse way, like by those containers.
I don't know if I've seen him do that before.
I don't think so.
No, that was pretty good. I got to learn that.
Yeah, and then I will try to embrace one of these containers. Just
The container cracks, and the regular old human engineer who is standing next to it screams when you appear next to them and begins to tell you to back up, to go away, and then sees what's happening, screams again, and they run. And this container continues to crack and crack and crack, and it gets consumed by you as well. And we see this matter that does not belong to you, this void matter, this I likened it to wax in a lava lamp, and that's how it acts for a second. When its container cracks, it just flows out of it, and it is this beautiful, like, shiny dark waxen substance in the air. And then it collides with you because you need to grow a little bit more. It joins with that darkness inside of you. And there is a percussive boom in that part of the base. And the camera's going to cut back to Underbed, who is now alone in the hangar bay.
Oh, I am?
Yeah, JFK got dumped on a beach.
That's right.
I was physically dumped on a beach?
Yes, you can hear the echoing laughter of Nixon as you look around yourself.
Tricky son of a bitch.
Do I hear this boom from where I am?
Yes.
Fuck. All right. And where I'm up with Pain, that's like a thing. It's kind of up high, like hanging down and like overlooking the whole area.
Yes.
All right. So I think I just give Pain a nod and say, give me a moment. And I walk over to the door and kick it open to like the stairs leading up to this. And I reach down to some of the shadows like made by the open door, and I yank them up like I'm holding an old-timey microphone. And I start talking into it, and from the shadows made through the warehouse of like near all of the tanks and the corners and the supplies, my voice starts pouring out through it as I would like to invoke Call Me Master. And I say, oi, all right, listen up, you fucks. My boys are out cooking right now, so I need you all to calm the fuck down. There's nothing to be afraid of course. All right, listen. All that's happened here is, one of your prodigies got stolen away or some shit. That doesn't mean it's going to happen to you too, right? You're all professionals. I've worked with some of you. I've helped you out before. Last time I was here, only a couple of people died, right? No big deal. You're going to be all right. What I need you to do in this moment is just have a little faith in me. All you've got to do is calm down, look up to me, and as I'm talking to, the shadows are getting a little deeper, and these like tentacles are kind of lashing out of the darkness around my feet, the occasional like skinless hand clawing at my leg and then sinking back down. All you've got to do is understand that any fear that you feel right now is just giving us an edge, right? So just go with it, stay the fuck out of our way, and answer our questions when we ask them. You understand?
This angry British man is yelling at me and I'm enchanted. Okay. Roll call me master. Does anybody have any darkness tokens at this point?
No.
I'm on a beach. Nixon put me on the beach.
Not unless the virtue of my approach to this counts as me asking them to worship me by having faith in me.
Yeah, I actually think
Or certainly reacting
Yes.
with arrogance.
that was the one my brain caught on, acting with arrogance, but also like it is a form of worship to believe, right? Genuinely believe. So I'll take either of those will work. You get 2 darkness tokens, Tess.
Okay.
You want to use them?
I suppose I should. All right. Here we go.
I do want to ask why he's rolling. One of mine is give into my power and let it erase my will. I feel like, yeah.
Yeah. I think that was a big one, Rev. You take 3 darkness tokens.
Ooh.
How many did you say I got?
2.
It was, oh, thank Christ. 6 on the dice plus 2 gets me to an 8.
Ah, beautiful.
Whew.
Let's see. Kill me, master. No one can resist the call of your dark heart. On an 8 to 10, you have claimed new worshippers, and you get to pick 2.
Okay, so here's what I think I'm pitching. I want them to fulfill a single command as I wish. So that just kind of idea of just cooperate with us and don't panic in a way that'll get in our way. And the second one I'm hoping can be a little subtler. I like the idea of they will create a place of worship and power in your name. I don't want to plant little cameras. I want people that will report to me.
Okay. So it shall be done.
Hell yeah.
The legend of Underbed was born today here at Island 0. You have some worshippers in your pocket. And they do. The people here in the hangar bay are the only people that you can see. And what you saw, I don't think it totally translates to what you as TAS know to be happening in a different part of this building. Right? So the people in here freaked out a little bit. They freaked out more at the huge, like, percussive noise and shaking that happened like a split second later. So they all calmed down. They're all looking up at the command deck, which hangs out above the hangar bay. And you're up there, your presence, right? And the dark shadows that lick around you, they all kind of look at each other. They look up at you. Some of them are still clearly scared, but they just kind of nod and slowly go back to what they're doing. Many of them just look up at you in awe, and they do not go back to what they're doing. They're just kind of staring up at the command deck, waiting to see if you tell them anything else or if you're going to come down soon.
I do like lean back into the command deck and take a look again at the sort of map that we'd glanced and just get an idea of the layout. And then I look back, and anyone that is still staring at me, I just kind of get back on the shadow mic and go, fuck off, back to work. And I make my way down and a little further into the facility for the moment.
Several people jump. They're like, it doesn't hurt as much because he says it with the accent. We're gonna cut to Mr. President, who is on the sand with the water lapping at his little toesies.
Yeah, my shoes and socks are off. I've loosened my tie. Unbuttoned the suit a little bit.
it's absolutely gorgeous here.
I
Like
wish I could feel the
you
sun. It would be it would be really, this seems like a really nice day.
I didn't know if that
Nixon
was the
laughs
president
harder.
or Sean.
I can't with skin this pale, I can't feel the sun. It'll kill me. Um so just to clarify a point, the pilot that I saw entering the water with the racked by mutation last
Mhm.
episode, that was a real thing that I witnessed.
Yes, uh, death death walks everywhere.
Mhm.
So it showed you the conversation in the hangar bay the pilot was having with whatever Halama was in its tank.
Mhm.
And then death teleported you to the last spot that this pilot was at, which was on the
I see.
shoreline, and you saw the memory, the past event of them walking into the ocean and vanishing, and I just guess somehow being forgotten by
Mhm.
everybody who works there.
Very.
And then death left you.
Hmm. And I'm just kind of making the most of it. I assume, like a boom from
Oh, for sure.
the facility.
Yes.
I have business to attend to out here, unfortunately. Um, there's a job to be done, and God damn it, JFK is gonna do it. Not because it's easy, but because it is hard. And I'm tempted to get Nixon's dead ass back out here, but I know that he's left me here. I am very interested in the fact that this pilot entered the water. I think JFK in sort of beach mode is gonna to walk up to the edge of the surf, kind of aligning himself, his metaphysical, spiritual resonance self, uh, in the path of the pilot, and then he is just going to walk into the water and try and see what he can find down there.
God damn it, you're the perfect person to do this,
This
aren't
is
you? Because you don't
incredible.
need to breathe.
Nope,
You
don't have to
don't
breathe.
need to breathe.
I'm made out of vapor.
That's incredible.
And down you go.
My suit is
The
real. I guess that is a consideration. I'm wearing a real
Oh,
suit,
wow.
so that
Did
might
you
get
do
ruined.
you just leave your like loafers on the sand,
Mhm.
like for somebody to find?
Totally, yeah. Just like JFK walked out into the ocean and never came back. That's the vibe they're gonna get.
There truly was only one set of footprints in the sand. They were JFK's.
You make a straight shot out into the ocean, and because you are weightless and because you don't have to breathe, you can naturally sink to whatever depth you want.
I'm walking
Um,
right on the
it
sand.
becomes a little slow. Excellent. It begins to be slower going because you do have clothes that are kind of weighing you down, but not by a ton. Um, Guy, you probably don't need light to see, do you?
My eyes
Okay,
aren't real,
we're
so
doing
I
this.
don't know.
Yeah, yeah. You walk along the bottom of the ocean for, it's really hard to tell. Time down here is immeasurable with the way light is distorted and with how slow and sometimes how fast you're moving, depending on the pull of the current. And so you're walking for a bit and you begin to see that building that you saw in the silly animated recruitment video.
Oh,
It is a it has collapsed in on itself, whether from the pressure of the ocean or from the destruction of the giant monster, volcano monster that was here. But you see the skeleton of the destroyed building, and then farther off in the murky ocean distance, I think you can see the base of that inactive volcano.
I mean, I'm not going to approach a dormant volcano. I'm just walking through. There's some sort of spectral martini glass has appeared in my hand, a spectral cigarette, and I'm just kind of enjoying the sights and sounds of the deep blue sea. A little bit of Bobby Darin kind of getting hummed out as I walk along the sea. Beyond the sea. I knew him, biblically.
Oh, God. That's canon I wasn't ready for.
I've lived a long life.
Man. What do I want you to do? Hold on a second. Got Death walked here. What else did you get? Your reputation precedes you? Is that what you did?
I did, yeah. I unchecked it because I forgot that I got 2 because I took a ruin move that will potentially be a problem later, but not now.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
I guess
yeah.
roll to grasp keys, because I could just have you wander around down here, but nothing's going to happen if you don't do anything. So, grasp keys.
Oh yeah. No, I'm absolutely I'm absolutely looking for some clues of some kind.
But wandered off into the surf and we never saw him again.
Just, Nixon already abandoned me here, so I'm not going to call on him again just yet.
Yeah.
Could we say that by ignoring the obvious danger happening in the facility that I reacted with cold reason or logic?
Ooh, yes.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
And I will go ahead and add
2 darkness tokens,
which I will spend immediately. And I will grasp keys.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Well, that's a 6. Yep.
Who do you have bond with?
I have bond with. I believe I have 2 bond with Cygnus and 1 with Underbed. And nobody else right now. And I don't imagine there's anyone that can help me down here at the bottom of the sea. Maybe Jackie down here. She's gonna...
If you could spin it to me narratively, how thinking about Cygnus or your relationship with Cygnus could help you in this moment, we could use your bond to bump you up to an 8.
Okay.
If you wanted.
Yeah, totally. I think that, especially struggling with sort of the reason, the cold reason the death has implanted in JFK. He's thinking about the fact that there is something happening at the facility. Cygnus is up there, potentially in danger, but that caring for someone doesn't just mean being for them there in the moment, but ensuring that the future will be safe for them as well. So he trusts his boy to take care of what's going on up there, but wants to ensure that he can contribute to his safety down here. So he sculls the rest of his martini, tosses the glass, it immediately dematerializes, and then continues on.
All right. That bumps you up to an 8, which is our perfect score with no complications.
Beautiful.
Walking around the outside of this ruined base, I think only you could spot that this is not as abandoned as it looks. There are just the subtlest of signs. I mean, who can go down here? We're not sure. Normal humans can't walk down here. But somehow there are people or creatures or something that are still using this place. And as you enter into the skeleton of this ruined science building, You head over to a specific spot on, I don't know, what looked like maybe a garage area for a submersible or something, and pushing a couple of buttons that look suspiciously like they still work, you see that there is still power here and there are still things that work. I am adding to our keys a secret facility.
Hmm.
So this is a place that is supposed to look abandoned and like it had been destroyed and no one was going to use it anymore. But that is clearly just an exterior that they want people to see. And whether there is more hidden underground or more hidden maybe inside the volcano, that is for you guys to claim later.
Hmm.
But there people are still down here doing stuff with this place. And it's a secret.
Okay. This feels like I mean, I could just go off the rails sneaky ghost style, but that seems like a bad idea. Considering the fact that we were, if not told, led to believe that this part of the facility was long since gone. Yeah. Uh,
Yes, this was the base where the bad scientists were doing their bad science, and
right, right, right.
they are the ones who caused all this in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Um, then I'll just kind of like staring at the door, just like, all right, be back later. And then head back up to the island.
Coming back for you later. We're gonna cut. We're gonna cut to Cygnus, who Cygnus himself is probably doing well, but the space around Cygnus is not. Um, you went a little. What's the not the opposite of supernova? You imploded several things around you, um, and this corner of the headquarters of Island Zero does not exist anymore. You are standing in a relatively small crater for you, and the people who were able to run away fast enough are just kind of standing at the edge of the crater, looking at the destroyed void shields and walls of computers and their life's work.
Yeah, like Cygnus is sitting in the bottom of this hole, and like his eyes turn back to their normal color, and like he leans up and looks at the people, and you can see that like this spot in his chest, it now is like right along the bottom of his neck, and you can see it just a little bit lower, like at the bottom of his rib cage. And he like looks at the people, and he stands up and he signs, "I'm sorry," and like just keeps repeating it.
Um, from a woman runs into the room. Room seems like a generous word right now, but she runs into the room, um, and she is pretty tall. Um, actually, I'm going to. Sorry. Too many windows. Oh no. Where's the Twitch tab? I was gonna drop a picture. Twitch Talk. I'm gonna put a picture into Twitch Talk really fast. If you
Okay.
are in the Discord, If you're not, all you have to do is go to patreon.com/the crit show. And
For just $1.
you can, for just one measly $1.
The most aggressively welcoming Discord on the internet.
For $2, I'll sneak you in. This is a joke. I would never. I would never.
I don't have the power to. A woman runs in, her heels click clacking as she runs in. She has on a green dress underneath a white lab coat. She has half of her hair is in really beautiful braids, and the other half is just big and puffy around her head. Hero Forge wouldn't let me do that, so she looks how she looks in mini format for you guys to see. And she runs in and she looks around and is just like, she's looking at everybody. What the hell happened? She runs over to you. Oh, Sugar, are you okay? Come here, come here. And she goes to get you out of the hole.
Yeah, I let her help me up.
She starts to dust you off and is like looking at you and realizes you have that energy in the middle of your chest. Her hands go up and she looks at you and she's like, "Oh, is it all right if I touch you? Is that okay?"
I nod. And
And
but I do like make
she goes,
a safety zone like with my hands. Like not here.
she nods, a wry eyebrow arched, as in like, yeah, I'm not gonna touch that. You think I'm an idiot? And she's checking you out to make sure that you're not hurt. And then she looks at you and she says, "Cute little thing like you did this big mess?"
I just nod.
Yeah.
Good God. All right, well, come here. Come on. Come with me, Sugar. And she kind of loops her arm in yours and starts to lead you out of the place. And she snaps at everybody. "Start cleaning this up." Good Lord.
Yeah, I let her lead me.
Well, we'll cut back to underbed.
Yeah. So I think I'm stalking my way through the facility towards like all of these folks, like their bunk. And
Ooh.
yeah.
The living quarters.
Yes, the living quarters. And I just like any person as we're going by, I grab and ask like, which one, where did Luna stay?
They point you in the direction of where the living quarters is for the people who work here and for all of the pilots. There is a separation. Pilots over here, regular staff over there. So you're directed there. As you're walking down the hallway, the big major hallway in the living quarters area, it is much more spacious and more welcoming than you would expect. Tass, what is something about the living quarters that is beautiful?
Oh, I think this has been on my mind lately for many reasons. I think for those that have Halamaws that they've like connected with, that they get a stained glass sort of picture made of their monster that they have, by their doors or like inside their little, bunk areas, something like that.
Okay. I'm sorry. That's so beautiful. That is beautiful. Good job. Way to follow the prompt. Oh.
It also means they have an in-house stained glass artist.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. Oh yeah, you got to have hobbies here on Island Zero, right? All right. you get to the room where Luna stayed, and it has her last name on it. It says Nakahara. And I have one question for you, Tess. How many NPCs are you okay with me throwing at you at one time?
Whatever.
Whatever. Okay. We're gonna have the camera cut away in just a second, but you are standing in front of Luna's room. But you hear in the room right next to hers on the door, it says Romano. So someone with a last name is Romano is staying there, and you can hear there are kids, teenagers inside, and there are several of them, and they're laughing and they're talking, and some of them are swearing, and you can hear other noises happening in there. So you have Luna's room, who is in front of you, and then you have this room, her neighbor, and there are several kids in there. So you can go into either space that you want. But the camera will cut away for a second.
Okay.
Who? JFK. Or do we want to? Yeah, let's go to JFK.
Yeah, JFK is just walking back in to the facility. He's got his shoes in his hand. He is perfectly coiffed, of course, but his suit is absolutely dripping with seawater. And he's just kind of walking through, smoking a cigarette, looking at the destruction in the hangar bay.
Ooh, so it's not the hangar bay.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Right, it's
No, that's
it's
okay.
the room with the void shields.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Okay.
yes. Yes. So,
Mhm. So would I? Okay, actually, here's a question. That is more of a world question, I suppose. As someone who exists, not quite alive but not quite dead, would I have felt anything, or perceived anything as this void shield was compromised?
ooh, yeah. Let's make Rev feel bad. Absolutely. There, unfortunately, you did feel the, let's see. This world is full of doors, right?
Oh,
We have doors
oh, I know it.
of the doors of the apocalypse. And there is the door that leads from this world into the metaphysical space of death, the realm where death reigns, right? And so for the briefest moment, you did feel that death's door opened for a moment to usher in a single soul, and then it closed again really quickly.
Interesting. Probably not an issue. I think, yeah. I'm not really saying much. I am I think I'm just trying to find the crew. I'm trying to find somebody. And now I think I'm really relying on, with feeling that death's door opened a little bit. That scares him a touch. Because he I think is, I'm just realizing, maybe happier sticking around, at least right now, than going back on the other side. So he's kind of moving a bit more like a ghost than he is like a man, and like passing through people and not walking anymore. He's just moving, trying to find the closest member of the team.
You hear a voice that calls out to you. Excuse me. Excuse me, ghost man.
I stop very suddenly and kind of like look for the source of the voice.
You turn around and let me plug in another picture
Mm.
into the Twitch channel. Where did she go? You see a medium height woman, deeply tanned skin, very, very short cut hair. She's got a lot of earrings on. She's wearing kind of a bomber jacket that's got like some nice fur at the collar and some green kind of army pants. She looks like she has lots of muscles under that jacket. And she stops and she goes, "Why do I recognize your face?
And he
Who are
puts
you?"
back on the costume of John F. Kennedy. Goes, you might have seen my name in a history book or two,
Oh,
but judging by that accent, maybe not in a positive light.
no, I seen your picture in history book. Yes. This is what a wild day this is. Um, you look like you're searching for something, Mr. JFK. Mr.
I'm-
Kennedy?
You can call me Jack. I'm looking for my team. I found something very interesting.
Yes, I know where they are. Are you looking to be reunited with them?
I am. Please lead the way. If you don't
They are
mind, I try not to let Soviets get behind me too often.
Yes, there is reason the narrator chose this character to meet you. I'm the operations director here, the Natasha Zamora, and she reaches out a hand to shake.
Pleasure, Miss Zabora. Shake. Well, I mean, try and shake.
Yeah.
I wonder. I wonder.
Hmm.
He could probably shake hands if he really puts his mind to it.
He's got to focus really hard.
Yeah. So it's a lot of like.
And the rest of him becomes even more transparent as it all
I gotta move it
solidifies into-
around. I have to move the ectoplasm around.
That's great. Yeah, she laughs at the day she's having. You're the British man who says the F word a lot. He is in the living quarters, and the young boy who destroyed, well, part of our facility. He is with Kaya.
Very well. I should have guessed that under bed would have ended up where the beds are. If you don't mind, I'll follow you to the boy.
This is not funny.
I didn't mean it as a joke. Trust me, you want him out of there as soon as possible.
Is he danger to the children? And she
No,
begins to walk faster.
No, he's more like a cat. Once he's under there, it's really hard to get him out.
Oh,
Broom will do it.
Mostly because he can
Yeah.
teleport from one underneath the
gotta
bed to another.
Figure out which one he's under.
yeah. So the camera will cut as she's leading you to Cygnus.
Excellent.
Boogeyman
Cygnus.
5-card Monty.
Just flipping beds, and he's like, "No, try, fucker." He got into a Ramada one time. It took us 8 months to get him out of there. Sorry.
Focus.
Back on task.
This is amazing. Cygnus, this woman introduces herself as Kaya, and she is the people seem to defer to her. She seems to be somebody important within the lab science area. And she leads you. Where was she leading you? Oh, she leads you to her office, actually, which is not far from where the void shields were. Um, she sits you down, and at first it seems like she's doing first aid, and then you kind of realize she's not. She's like writing things down and taking measurements and looking in your eyes, and like at one point she like measures from the top of the hole down to the
Mm-hmm.
bottom, and she's just she's a constant stream of talk, like it's stream of consciousness talking, but she has a really pleasant voice and she's super friendly. And she seems to be not paying attention to your hands in case you try to say something to her. Because she clearly is like, I'm on a mission and I don't want to be interrupted, so if I don't look, I don't have to respond.
Yeah. And I think the thing that like she probably notices as she's doing this is that, Cygnus, when he signs, he's also moving his mouth. And like when she's real close into that void doing the measurements, it's almost like she can hear his voice trying to come out and then getting pulled in.
That's stupid good. Oh my gosh.
Thanks.
She kind of dusts her hands off of nothing, just kind of does that. And she says, all right, sugar, well, not too happy what you did back there, but I imagine you couldn't have helped it, because nobody seems to go around blowing stuff up on purpose, but, I, can I ask some things of you? Would that be all right?
A nod.
Okay. And she like pulls a notebook out of her pocket and she gets ready to ask you a question. And then from another door enters a second Kaya who stops and looks at you guys and looks at you, and she goes, "Ooh, now who's this?" and starts walking towards you. And the first Kaya goes, "Back up, saw him first." And the other Kaya goes, "Well, that's not nice." She waves at you, um, and turns around and heads over to a desk to retrieve something.
I-
And the
Is,
first Kaya,
are there multiple desks in here or just the one?
there are multiple desks in here.
Okay. I do sign to the one who's watching me. Do you have abilities also?
Her shoulders droop a little bit and she says, I was hoping you weren't going to see any of the other Kayas here. It's nice being thought of as an original. I'm actually Kaya number 14. Um, and that over there is Kaya number 3.
Clones? I sign.
We're not 100% sure. You know that the pilots, I used to be a pilot back when Payne was during his last years before he retired, and I also had to retire. Nothing bad happened to me, to Kaya original, not me. Nothing bad happened to her. She's here somewhere. All 74 of us are, and and she leans in and she says, "I don't think Payne would want me telling you this, but you're here to help us, so people can only do their best work when there's a free flow of information. The teens, we get changed when we connect to the Halimar. Uh, we outgrow our connection when we get to adulthood. We can't. Oh, did they tell you this part yet?
I signed that he indicated at least that there was an age where I don't want to say useful, but where they could operate.
was like 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no specific number. It's different for each kid. It's when we become an adult, whatever that means. I think the oldest of us maybe has made it to 23 before. Um, we lose our connection. We can still talk to the Halimar. Anybody can talk to the Halimar, but to pilot them, you got to be a kid or a teenager. Um, but being connected with the monster for so long has it changes us. And what happened to Kaya original was that every time a new rift appears, uh, she just makes another one. It's almost like she's walking and like gets Xeroxed, and boom, there's another one behind her. And it only ever happens when a rift appears. So that's why there's 74 of us.
I signed. That's a lot of rifts. When was the last time a new one was created?
Oh, it's been a couple months. It's been a long stint since the last rift opened, probably like 6 or 7 months now, I think. It's been a nice spell of quiet time. It's so nice.
I signed. Do you all share awareness or
Oh no, we're each individual ones. That's why, and she reaches out and smacks Kaya number two, who had started to come up behind you, um, and was creepily going to like touch your hair. That's why. I mean, we all kind of have the same personality, and we all, I think, are genetically the same, but uh, we're different people. Like, I don't know where the other Kayas are right now. We can't like track each other, and we can't share thoughts or anything. Kaya number two goes, not that I'd want to with you, hard a poopa. She walks out of the room.
I signed? Have you ever thought about giving yourself a different name? Why the numbers?
Oh, some of us have nicknames, but we we all feel like Kaya. We all have the same memories of childhood and I don't mind being 14. Wait, did I say she was 14?
Like
Yeah,
30.
number
I
14.
think
Yeah.
she was
Okay.
number 14. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
So I signed. Okay. So what was your question then?
Oh, I was just gonna ask you hideously invasive questions about your biological functions because I'm a curious scientist, but I see now after interacting with Kaya number two that might not be a good idea.
I again kind of turn and look around the office, and I sign. So with so many of the Kayas working here, do you share a specialty? Are you all working on the same project, or have you taken on like new interests and work in different areas?
Don't ask me such a hard question, Rev. Each each one has their own distinct personality, and they
Mhm.
all enjoy working for Okay. All of us work in the sciences in some way. Some of them work in R&D, and some of us work more closely with the word I couldn't remember earlier.
Mhm,
Um,
mhm.
well, let's just call them the psychics. Let's just call them that. Um, uh, um, I really like uh, biology. Um, uh, mo- Halima biology. That's where my focus is, and obviously you're not a Halimar, but you're also not human. So I was gonna sneak in some research, but you are a person with a personality, and consent is better.
I sign. I'm sorry that I destroyed the shield. Where did you get the material that was powering it?
Oh, I'm not completely sure. It's the void shields went up about a decade before I got here as a teenager. Um, so that I would ask Commander Payne that question because he's the original. He was here from the beginning. Um, I imagine, as with all things here, it's probably a combination of magic and science. Um, oh, Celine. Celine could probably answer that too. I bet she worked up some kind of, because it's her magic that's around the reinforced void containers. So I bet she knows where the original void matter came from.
And I think that as like Cygnus is hearing this, he's thinking back because this void is something that was like not always his. It is something that consumed someone else and then was passed on to him. And it sounds to him that like the window of when they were able to turn on the void shields kind of lands in the path of when the last, spoiler alert, the last Cygnus collapsed in on themselves and that energy dispersed. And so that maybe that's why it called to him so strongly, was because it was part of, like, somehow her magic captured part of what was supposed to come to him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I sign. Yeah, I would love to beat her, but I should find my team. I ended up at the Void Shields, and I didn't mean to go there. I think, I think I folded in to myself and traversed time and space, and then returned.
She holds up the notepad. Could you give me a detailed description of the sensations you experienced when you were displaced within time and space?
I stare like into the middle distance for a long time, and then I sign,
And then there
confused.
and there's a knock 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 on the door. Come on in. And the door slides open and another Kaya walks in. And then behind that Kaya is a lady, and behind that lady is Mr. President.
Hey, there you are, buddy.
I wave.
Was that you out there?
I nod.
Someone get caught in it?
Nope. I shake my head.
You sure about that?
I sign. As far as I know, everybody ran as soon as I appeared, and I look to the Kaya. Is there anybody missing?
The Kaya standing in front of you goes a little white and she goes, we did not do a check." She looks over at the Kaya that came in with Natasha and she goes, 42? Can you go do an employee check real fast?
You
And
might want to do a head count, yeah.
Kaya 42 scurries out of the room. Natasha walks over to Cygnus, reaches out a hand to take. Natasha Zabora, operations director.
I shake.
You are very lucky the commander vouches for you.
I sign. I haven't ever found other energy that matches my own, and it was calling to me from the moment that we landed here, and I think its pull got so strong that what happened happened.
Concerning. I will leave you, she says, and she power walks out of the room on a mission, on a different mission.
The point that one. And I stub out the spectral cigarette. I am not alone. There are other people in this room. I forgot. Kaya's here still.
Yes, no. Kaya 14 is still here and
Mm.
has come up to you with big eyes and the notepad again. And without looking at the notepad, she is writing on it and she's
Mhm.
just kind of looking at you.
This feels like a great opportunity to use my move. My reputation precedes me.
Yay.
So when you first encounter a named NPC or faction, I'm considering the Kai as their own faction. You may declare that they have intimate ties with Division. When you do so, spend darkness tokens, of which I have none. And the keeper will tell me something significant, even on a miss. Okie doke. Here we go. Oh, no. I mean, hooray. That worked. That's fine. All's well. I rolled a 9. So, threaded the needle on that one.
Yay.
Yeah, so I know much about them. I am just now realizing that the name your reputation precedes you is something that I'm saying, not something that they're saying. So I know the Kayas, not that the Kayas know me. Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
I assumed that the sheet was speaking to me in the first person, which I'm realizing it does not make any sense. You have a significant connection. I think I have perhaps been studied by the Kayas on some sort of contractor basis, because I imagine in my head I've imagined that Division kind of keeps JFK around. Like when he's not on the job, he's basically stored in like a big bell jar, and just kind of like mist. And then when it comes to he like materializes inside the suit and he's like, all right, let's get out there. But he is an avatar of death when you get down to it. So
Okay. So you have a significant connection. That's the one you picked, right?
yes, I have a significant connection, gain a bond.
Okay, you now have
So
a
I go,
bond with
I walk in the room, I go, Kaya.
Ghost Man.
It's me,
Oh,
JFK. Jack, remember?
yes. I'm kind of. I'm Kaya number 14. I think you met the original Kaya. So I sort of have the memories, but it wasn't me. But how you been, sugar?
Oh, I've been great. So you're not all right. Well, wonderful. It's always nice to meet family.
Yes. Family. You now have a bond with Kaya, and I will say that it is with all of the Kayas, so you
Excellent.
don't have to worry about which one.
Which one is which? Yeah, great.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Amazing. Gain those bond.
Yeah. So what are
All right.
you and my boy talking about?
Oh, he just blew up a quarter of my lab, and checking him out to make sure he was all right and see if I can get some sneaky data on monster physiology. And I was just about to let him go.
Mm,
I. Oh, sorry.
did he tell you about the weird thing where he folds in on himself?
He did kind of, and then when I asked him a question, he wasn't able to respond. So I hypothesize that he may go into a concussive state when things are happening and he might not be aware of himself. That's how a lot of this stuff happens sometimes. Some of the Halimar that we get through here, honey, you should see the things that they can do. Um, and she again just starts like a stream of consciousness talking at you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I listened very politely. And then I reach a point where I do start
Kaya,
leaving the room.
I was gonna say Kaya doesn't have a ton for you.
Mhm,
Um, Rev got her history out of
mhm,
her, which is incredible.
mhm.
Um, so unless you want to somehow grasp a key while in her presence, we can move this to a different place.
Um, yeah, we do need some more information for sure.
Mm,
Well, I mean, like we've got a bunch of as is the mystery, uh, as is the mystery. End of sentence. Um, we have a bunch of pieces, but there's still a lot of things I'm unsure of. I mean, I'd like to.
Mhm.
We should probably tell somebody that the secret facility, that the facility beneath the waves is still operable.
mhm.
We should probably find Pain.
Um, I'm a, I'm out of character. Do you think
Mhm.
that should we go check it out before we tell him in case he knows?
I don't know how many atmospheres of pressure you're able to withstand, but I think that might make things a little complicated.
I'll sign. As far as I know, I feel like the three of us might be the perfect ones to sneak into that facility.
I'm willing to give it a try. I guess you could just like suck in water, just start in a sphere around you.
I just walk through a clear tunnel.
Yeah. Around the world, sea levels drop precipitously.
Ah,
Chaos
finally,
in the streets.
a bit of good news.
Yeah, global warming has been averted. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to confirm some information before we make any waves. I am also
Although,
curious about this soul that supposedly passed through death's door when the shield went down.
yeah, um, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should wait for the return of Underbed before we sneak into the secret facility.
Yes, yeah, that seems like the climactic next step in this
Yeah.
act. Um, I mean, I think dead as he is, JFK is curious about what may have happened, so he's going to go look for some confirmation on the head count. If
Yeah,
that's
I'll follow you just to see about what you said with the soul passing through.
yeah.
Psionics. That's the word.
Ah.
Psionics. I was like clairvoyance. You know,
Mhm.
psionics.
Psionics.
It's a great word.
Okay. I didn't mean to be super mysterious. I was just trying to uh say that yes, Cygnus did accidentally kill one
Mm,
person
Okay.
in
Okay.
the in the implosion,
Yeah.
okay.
the
Then
Black Star.
you know, when we learn this lesson, this information, I kind of place a ghostly hand on Cygnus's shoulder. It's all right, son. Power is not something to fear. Control is something you lose. Consequence is something you learn from.
He almost makes a motion like he's coughing, and a name badge comes out of the void and lands on the ground.
I'm
In
just gonna
the-
reach down and grab that and put it in my pocket.
In the background, there's a woman crying. He was a week away from retirement.
Don't listen. That's not your
I
business.
just put my head down and I get let out underneath a newspaper.
That pension will go to his next of kin. In a way, you have actually given someone a great windfall.
Ah,
I wonder what step we.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Doug.
Gee,
Man,
man.
you say Doug.
Shout out Doug.
Yeah.
Doug.
I don't-
He made the best coffee in the place. Coffee's just never going to be quite as good.
Oh,
How many
chat.
keys do we have so far?
Yeah, there are 5.
Yeah.
Under bed, discovered the message from Luna, admitting to deep fears. There's signs of sabotage happening. Somebody's sabotaging the pods. There's a pilot that nobody remembers, who was undergoing a mutation that they were trying to hide. And then this last one is the secret facility.
Hmm.
This secret operation facility.
That the mutated pilot was traveling to.
In
It
that
would appear.
direction.
It would
yeah.
appear. With some sort of
One,
aquatic seeming mutation.
Mm. I think when you tell them, when you tell Cygnus like about that, they will ask you how old the pilot looked. Like thinking about what we just learned about the Mia's, like, oh, is this a mutation that happened because of a separation or
Yeah. They were wearing a suit as far as I could tell, so I didn't get a very good look at them. But they were turning into some kind of fish. I don't know if that what the average age of a fish is.
the incredible Mr. Limpet was here?
Looked like a cop to me.
I don't want to derail us, but do we want to kind of end here so that we don't do
leave Tass
anything
out of
yeah. How do you feel in the sense of like where we are in the sense of like the things that we still want to try to do? Like if our intent is to go into the facility next time, once we have Underbed back.
Yeah. I'm feeling really great about where you guys are.
Okay.
Especially because of that 4
Yeah.
that Rev rolled earlier. And on the mystery page, I'm going to click our first notch on the doomsday clock.
Oh, you already said what this was gonna do. If I remember correctly, this is about to get fucked up.
Oh, that's right.
So I think the mission to the underwater secret base is going to be postponed a little bit because as you leave Kaya's office and begin to walk down the hallway, all of a sudden a red light pops on. So the hallway is awash in this red glow. And there's no alarm or anything, but there is an intense amount of activity that kicks up in the facility. And somebody who is running past you, well, actually, let's say Kaya pops out of her office and starts to power walk down the hallway, and she passes you guys. And we'll imagine that one of you stops her and is like, what's happening? And Kaya says, you know how I said it's been a solid 6 or 8 months since we had a rift open? Well, I guess I spoke too soon. Whoops. Red alert. You want to see something really cool? Come to the hangar bay. Pilots are loading up. As the rest of you walk into the space we see this flurry of motion, and all of those Halama that were sleeping or relaxing or playing in the hangar bay have all they're all in go mode. They've lined up next to their pods, and you can see teenage pilots running into the hangar bay. Some of them are like still putting on their jumpsuits as they're running. Some of them are putting on helmets. Some of them are activating certain things, and I think that is where we are going to end today's session, with the knowledge that a new rift has opened, and you guys can join in or do whatever you want next time.
Sick.
I'm gonna make you join in. This is your fault.
I think they can handle this, and we just get on the helicopter and fly away.
This is what they were trained for from a very young age.
Great,
right.
good stuff.
Yay.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So yeah, just a reminder for everybody. I know we talked about these a moment ago, but a message from Luna that was never sent, admitting a deep fear, signs of sabotage, a pilot that no one remembers, a mutation desperately hidden, and a secret facility. And do they get to know the thing on that just appeared on the Doomsday Clock?
Sure.
Something in the graveyard stirs. Phenomenal.
Good shit. Good shit.
Phenomenal. All right. Well, Susan, let us know who you are, where we can find you.
Oh, we don't want to do end of session stuff?
Oh, we absolutely do. I just forget how this game works.
Ooh la la! I forgot about experience.
We don't
points.
have to.
It would
We
be
can
great.
do
I
it
want
off camera.
experience. I want experience points. I'm not giving
Task
those up.
can suck eggs.
Yeah.
Oh.
You hear that? You hear that 1930s insult, Tass? Why don't you go kick a rock, bozo?
Did you
Okay.
express your monstrous nature and or your humanity?
I think JFK was pretty ghosty this episode.
He was.
An unsettling
Get
ghost
some
person.
experience.
Yeah.
Oh God, did I not mark down my experience last time? I bet I didn't. Cool.
I think,
Mark an extra. I don't care.
Sure.
yeah, I think so. I think I did kind of both.
Hmm.
Like, I feel like I did the monstrous stuff, and then with
Felt remorse for your monstrous stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you only get one. So
Sure.
sorry.
Sure. I'll pick humanity then.
Did you learn something significant about yourself or your impending ruin?
I did.
Yeah, I learned something about Cygnus as well. That he's not the first one.
Well, that's the next one. It's the next
Oh,
one. Hold
There
on.
you go.
This is about you. The spotlight's on you.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Except for the fact that I guess I realized that whatever JFK truly is, the persona side of himself is enjoying being back amongst the living and is frightened of the potential of losing that.
Mm.
But I don't know. No, probably not enough.
Yeah, I think for me, I learned about assuming that that I can make that kind of canonical. That I learned about like missing parts of the void. Susan has experienced something that we're not.
Oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
You're still
Am
on.
I back?
You never left for us. Are you okay? Are you good?
I think I'm good. You all froze for me. I was
Okay.
Okay, that explains.
okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense, yeah.
Sean had given a really heartfelt why he had done something. You just stared at him blankly.
which made me reconsider the fact that it actually might not be enough. It might not be enough. So I was just like, all right, no, you know what? Actually,
Or-
you're right,
or
Susan.
not,
Fuck
that wasn't
Yeah,
probably enough.
actually, you know what? Fuck that. I don't actually care. I don't even want the experience point if I'm being honest anymore.
Oh, amazing. I can't wait to watch that. Oh.
Just watch the
No,
light
all right, never
die
mind.
in his eyes.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh.
So,
Sure,
yeah.
yes, whatever.
No, I don't want it.
Yeah. Long story short, JFK starting to mourn his possible mortality, and Cygnus learning about the lost pieces of his surge energy.
Mm-hmm.
Were our answers.
Good job. I like it.
Thanks.
Did you learn something significant about a fellow monster? Now you can mark that point, Sean.
Yes, that Cygnus is not the first Cygnus. That it seems there's sort of a Big Bang thing that happens where he reaches critical mass and then collapses in on himself and creates a new one. Man,
Yeah.
that's awesome. And surely everyone around you survives when that happens.
Yeah, it's no problem whatsoever.
You're not just a slowly destabilizing nuclear bomb.
I don't think I did, because I didn't see any of the things the other folks were doing.
We only got one key this time, and I think it was from JFK.
Mhm.
So unfortunately, Rev, you need to mark a ruin.
Oh, everyone needs to unlock
Yes,
a key. I
'cause
see.
because if you're not helping, you're hurting.
Cool.
Listen, what did I do in today's episode that could have possibly hurt?
You hurt someone.
Yeah.
That's what you did.
And I tore down their shield that keeps them a secret from the world.
And that also helps to keep the rift monsters in.
Yeah, I basically broke the shield generator at Wakanda, and now everybody knows where they live.
Yeah.
Yes.
Am I correct in remembering that did we gain no experience last time? I seem to recall that all of the questions we were like, I don't know.
I gained one, and I think I might have been the only one.
Yeah, that feels right.
Or no, actually, did Task?
It was Task kept saying yes to things, and you guys were like, no.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, got him now. I don't even remember. I don't know. I don't know the advancement mechanics. So
yell at a bunch of workers and then go stand outside a teenager's door. What a creeper.
What about your impulse? Did you achieve your impulse?
Did you give in to the temptation of the living and indulge in pleasure or vice? I was smoking and drinking a lot, but I don't think to the degree that it affected my operations in any way. Although I guess overall, I am now realizing that he is trying to stay amongst the living, and that will very likely color how he acts going forward. So maybe next time.
Did I destroy something precious or beautiful?
Let me think.
Well, I don't know if
I would say so.
Well, that's what I was curious about. It's like, is the shield generator is this question asking about something like delicate and beautiful, like something
I see,
defenseless in the sense of precious, or something precious because it's important to them? If so, then yes.
I think it's open for interpretation. I would read it as did you a monster destroy something precious and beautiful?
Okay.
But those shields were real precious to the functionality of the island, so I'll give it to you anyway.
Okay. I'm halfway to a level.
Ooh la la.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna pick my new thing right now, so I have it for next week.
Ooh.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, I will also do that. I'm very curious to see what this does and means, so I'm going to choose. Did you have an intimate and harrowing moment with death? I'm dragging dragging Dick back out here. He's gonna help me, that piece of shit.
I'm kind of putting the cart before the horse, but because of our cliffhanger, I'm choosing. Did you use your power to provoke or entice another monster?
Mm,
Yeah.
Seems might be
all right.
relevant.
Yeah.
Well, now Susan, tell us all about yourself.
Hi, if you enjoyed listening to me destroy wonderful things, you can also listen to me uh psychologically damaging my players in my own podcast that is also Apocalypse Keys. Um, yeah, Novel Games is what it's called. You can listen to it anywhere you listen to podcasts. We have a website, novelgames.com. We're on social media, and on Patreon. Me personally, I'm on Instagram at neither right nor wrong. Come hang out with me while I probably post pictures of the camping trip I'm going on. Hey.
Hmm. Sean.
I am Sean O'Hara. I'm the game master for a little Dungeon World podcast called Spout Lore, and a Blades in the Dark podcast called Mallbrats. um, so sorry, excuse me. If you want to follow me on social media, too bad. I don't really do anything on there. But if you want to follow me if you want to follow Spout Lore, you can find Spout Lore at Spout Lore pretty much anywhere. And Mallbrats and Spout Lore wherever you get your podcasts, and Spout Lore at Patreon. Yeah.
And I'm Rev. I am the host and GM of The Crit Show. You can find everything about us at thecritshowpodcast.com. You can also support us and our endeavors at patreon.com/The Crit Show. We'll also be at Gen Con. We are running a bunch of games of Monster of the Week. Those are already sold out, but if you're coming to Gen Con and you want to play in one of those games, it's always worth showing up because there's usually one or two people who don't show up. So you might be able to get in with generics. We also have our live show, which is the second kind of season, quote unquote, of a little game that we created called Game Master, which is a loving homage to Taskmaster, where 4 people come in and they do RPG related tasks. And then we show them live in front of a studio audience. And we have a guest host, guest judge who judges them live. So it's going to be a great time. That'll be Friday night, August the 1st, at 8 p.m. on the 3rd floor of the Indiana Repertory Theater. And you can get tickets for that at gencon.thecritshowpodcast.com.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can I say my thing
Yes.
too?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm also going to be at Gen Con. But I'm going to be, well, I'll be at Gen Con, but I'm also doing trade day because I'm a teacher. And so if anybody is also a teacher and listening and able to get into trade day, I am doing a lecture on teaching writing using the Carved from Brindlewood game system. And if you didn't get tickets into trade day, I have heard that a bunch of people are just going to show up outside the door where my lecture is, and I'm going to sneakily let them in. So if you want to be part of that, do it. It's on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yes, at 10 o'clock in the morning. Bring your coffee and your bagel and your desire to learn about how to write good.
Nice. All right. Well, we will see you all next week. I'm going to attempt to end this stream. As you noticed, Tass had to vanish halfway through. So I'm trying to kill this remotely. We'll find out if it works. If not, we'll all just quietly slink away.
Let's learn together.
Yeah. My goal is to pirate. Oh, it's not going to let me. Is it?
Trying to remotely access Tass's computer.
No, I was even just trying to kill the stream by starting it on my computer and then just ending it. But it's this is amazing.
It's just gonna be on.
I cannot end the stream.
I can leave. Maybe
Yeah.
that'll help.
We can all leave, but it
Yeah,
won't do
and
any
it'll
good.
just be running by itself.
Oh, nerds. And there's nothing I can do over here. Beautiful. That's hilarious. So you don't have to go home, and you can also stay here, but we won't be here.
I'll what
Until-
I'm gonna do is just leave my camera running, and then in 3 hours I'm gonna secretly return and do a little karaoke stream.
Meet you all back here in 3 hours for the karaoke stream,
Yeah.
if it's still up.
All right, goodbye everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Have a good day. See you next week.